How did Sofonisba Anguissola's connections through family, mentors, and friends contribute to her rise to success as a female painter during the Renaissance? This is Sofonisba. She was a prominent painter and portrait artist during the Italian Renaissance. Born in Cremona, Italy, in 1532, she lived over 90 years and spent her life painting for the most powerful people of her time.
Sofonisba was the oldest of 7 children to Bianca and Amilcare, both of Genoese nobility. After losing her mother at the age of 4 or 5, Sofonisba became a female role model and later a teacher to her 5 younger sisters, Elena, Lucia, Europa, Anna Maria, Minerva, and 1 younger brother, Asdrubale. Her father never remarried and was also a prominent and essential figure in the development of Sofonisba's talent. Unique during this time, her father sent all of his children to study while cultivating their talents. Sofonisba became the most accomplished of her siblings, while 4 of her sisters became painters but later quit. Elena gave up art after becoming a nun. Anna Maria and Europa stopped after marrying, Minerva became a Latin scholar and writer, and Lucia died young.
In a profession normally reserved for young men, Sofonisba was one of the first to gain an apprenticeship. When she was 14, her father sent her to study with Bernardino Campi at the Lombard School for 3 years. While studying with Campi, she painted her most famous work, the double portrait, Bernardino Campi painting Sofonisba Anguissola. When he moved away, she started studying with Bernardino Gatti from 1551 to 1553.
In 1554, Sofonisba left for Rome at the age of 22, where she met Michelangelo through connections. Amilcare Anguissola, Sofonisba's father, sent letters to Michelangelo requesting that he consider mentoring his daughter and creating a path for her talent. Michelangelo took the time to respond to Amilcare's letters, and he immediately recognized her talent. Afterwards, she drew Boy Bitten by Crab for him. She would receive informal training from him for the next 2 years.
In 1558, Sofonisba left for Milan to paint the Duke of Alba, who recommended her to the King of Spain, Philip II. She was invited to join the Spanish court for the next year at the age of 27.
As the new court painter and a lady-in-waiting to Queen Isabel, Sofonisba soon gained the respect and confidence of the court. During her time in the court, she painted many official portraits of the court nobles, the royal family, and even the king and queen. Sadly, we no longer have many of her portraits during this period because they burned in a fire in Prado during the 17th century.
During this time, women were prohibited from entering many fields of work. Art was no exception. It was unacceptable at the time for women to enter into the male-dominated field of painting and portraiture, especially during the Renaissance, when these fields were so prominent. Although Sofonisba has at least 50 works attributed to her today, many works done by her were originally attributed to her male colleagues. One famous portrait she painted of King Philip II was first attributed to Alonso Sanchez Coelho, an artist that she had worked closely with. Even with all of the societal barriers preventing her from gaining education, experience, and commissions, Sofonisba still managed to overcome them all and make a name for herself.
Her father's support from a young age was a crucial factor in her future success because he made the decision to help her and her siblings pursue their talents despite the social expectations. Another influencing factor was the fact that she came from a privileged family of nobility. Had Sofonisba been a common peasant, it is unlikely she would have made those powerful connections or had the opportunity to pursue her talent.
Since she was a woman, Sofonisba was not allowed to study anatomy or draw nude figures, which prevented her from being able to paint works with multiple figures. This meant that she was unable to paint larger religious or historical works, so instead she started working with new kinds of portraiture. By setting up objects for more informal portraits and painting self-portraits, Sofonisba gained acclaim and respect. As a way of showing her defiance and pride in her work, Sofonisba used her art to send messages. At first glance, Bernardino Campi painting Sofonisba Anguissola seems like a painting where the man is controlling the actions and position of the woman. However, upon further inspection, we see that Sofonisba has Campi painting a small detail on her dress, work that was usually done by an apprentice, or student, not a master. This was her way of defying the patriarchy while also paying homage to the teacher that had shaped her artistic hand.
After 2 marriages and over 50 works of art, Sofonisba died at the age of 93 in Palermo. Before her death, she had become a wealthy and respected patron of the arts. Today, at least 30 of her surviving works can be seen in art museums all around the world. Sofonisba reminds us all today that obstacles can be overcome with hard work and persistence, and although she eventually suffered from cataracts and had weakening sight, she said, "Life is full of surprises. I try to capture these precious moments with wide eyes."